Today, I'm going to talk to you about external validation. Hi my love bugs, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to see you all here. I'm so happy to talk to you. I hope I'm looking at the lens this time and not at myself, because I don't know why I always do that. Anyway, I'm so excited to talk to you all today about something that has been bothering me for a while, and some of you actually responded to a couple of posts that I have shared on my Instagram page in the recent weeks, and I thought, you know what, it's a good idea to discuss these things with you and go into depth about what my thought process is, what external validation means, why we seek external validation, and how detrimental it can be for our self-worth and our happiness. So what I want to do is I want to share a few pieces that I posted on my Instagram page recently regarding validation, regarding seeking other people's approval, and how that makes you feel. Okay, so this is the first piece that I'm going to read out to you. As someone who spent her entire life trying to please others, I'm not telling you to stop straight away. But what I am saying is this: learn to accept how destructive it is to seek validation from others. It becomes so toxic to a point where you need to be complimented or appreciated or told, I value you, in order for your existence to make sense. I've done this my entire life, where I've looked to people around me to tell me that I'm doing well, to affirm my dreams and goals, to repeat that I have come a long way for me to believe it too. And this led me to losing so many people as I grew up, because I decided to stop seeking that external validation, because suddenly our relationship didn't make sense. My no longer needing them for affirmation meant they had to reassess their role in my life to someone who was equal to me, and they couldn't accept that. People who constantly validate you start to believe that they are better than you, that you need them, that if they weren't around, you wouldn't be able to function normally. And when you take that power away from them, neither of your roles make sense anymore. So before it's too late and you lose some of the most important relationships in your life, slowly start validating yourself and create a new role for others. A role that takes your worth into consideration without the need for their validation. Okay, so you may have already guessed, I went through a few things personally in my relationships which led me to write this piece. And I wrote this piece because I found myself feeling really bad after someone close to me said a couple of things that hurt me. Now, this particular person, I feel, did not think that their words would have such a huge impact on me, or that what they were saying was as bad as it was, when it really affected me because those words were so negative. This person had been validating me my entire life, okay? So our close cousins, our family, and our friends constantly validate us, okay? So when we do well in a class test, your friends are like, oh my god, you got an A, I'm so happy for you. When you do something well at school, your parents get so excited, your cousins validate how you look, your family validates, you know, what degree you're doing and how well you're achieving and everything. People around us constantly affirm the things that we are doing, and that makes us feel good. That makes us feel very happy. It's like, oh my god, you know, my mom said that I'm doing really well, so I must be doing really well. My aunt said that I'm, you know, looking really pretty today, so I must be looking pretty. So we associate our self-esteem, we bundle up all these affirmations to build up our self-worth. And then when we receive negativity from those same people, it diminishes our self-worth. When those same people tell us, you look fat today, your hair doesn't look nice, your eyebrows look bushy, your love life isn't that great, you know, the person that you're with isn't good looking, the person that you're with isn't great, you're not doing very well in your life, you know, your dreams are basically hobbies, all these particular things, it makes you feel horrible. It makes you feel like, wait a second, why is this person saying this stuff to me? Why am I being told that my dreams are not important, or that my dreams are a hobby, or that, you know, I'm not doing well in my life? Like, what is the need for all of this negative talk? Now, to this particular person, they could be saying something completely normal. They could be saying it in a very, you know, constructively critical way. So they could be saying, I don't like your hair today, it doesn't really look nice, don't you normally look, you know, prettier with curlier hair? Or this colour doesn't really look nice on you, I prefer black on you. The way that they've said it and the way that I've described it, there's two completely different things, right? To me, I've had this person said that I look fat. To me, I've heard that this person said my hair isn't nice. To me, I've heard that this person said that, you know, I don't look pretty today. But for this person, they've said, I don't like you in straight hair. I don't like this color on you. Because we have constantly trusted these people's validations and affirmations, because we look to them for advice, because we look to them for affirmation, when they don't give us that affirmation, it makes us feel very bad. This is because of a very, horrible connection that we have built between our self-worth, self-esteem, and external validation. This link between self-esteem and external validation needs to be cut in order for us to be truly happy, right, in our skin, appreciate other people's opinions, then not use that as a basis for our self-esteem and self-worth. Now, once we do that, not only will we build better, healthier relationships with the people around us, but we will also stop seeking external validation for everything that we do and start seeking that validation from within. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, it's not that bad. Seeking validation from the people that you care about, from your family, from your friends, from your cousins, it's not that bad. These people are important in your life. You care about these people care about you. So why should you not, look out for their opinion? Why should you not seek their validation? They care about you and they want the best for you. I completely understand your mindset. I completely understand where you're coming from when you say that people around us, we value their opinions, so we should take them into consideration when making our judgments about ourselves. But we should not use that as the basis of thinking that we're worthy because they've said that we're worthy, because they've said that we are pretty, because they've said that we look good, because they've said that our job is of value. Then we go ahead and we get all of these opinions, we get all of these, validations, and then we bundle them up in this pot and we name this pot my self-worth, okay? And then every time we receive something negative, we add that to that pot. When they say, oh, your job's not that great, is it? You're not getting paid very well. Or, your boyfriend buys you too many flowers, doesn't he? Doesn't he want to get you something else instead? When you start hearing that stuff, it really negatively affects you because you value this person's opinion so much. You've put it in this jar of self-worth. So you could be really happy with the flowers that you're receiving every week. You could be really happy with your job. You love your workmates. You love the environment that you're working in. And so what if it pays less right now? You can progress up. However, now this particular person that you have relied on for constant validation throughout your life is questioning those very things, and because you value their opinion so much, because it has contributed to your jar of self-worth all these years, you start to question it too. You start to wonder, why is my boyfriend giving me flowers every week? Why won't he give me something else? Why am I in this job when it pays so less? I deserve more. And this creates a negative dialogue in relation to things that you are actually quite satisfied about, you are actually quite happy about. Another thing to bear in mind about seeking external validation from people all the time is if you have constantly relied on someone else's external validation throughout your life, if you have always looked at them for validation, they may see themselves as a very valuable figure in your life, rightly so, where they might see themselves as having a certain authority over you, because if their opinions are deciding what you see your life as, how you see yourself, your self-worth, your self-esteem, if their opinions are so influential in your decisions and in your opinions about those matters, they might start to think that they have more of a right over you, they have an authority over you, and they are better than you, essentially. I don't know how many of you have certain relationships where you rely on one particular person, like it could be your friend, where you always go to them for validation, you always go to them, what do you think about this? What do you think about it? And they start to think, oh my god, okay, yeah, I am very important in Ruby's life. I make all these decisions for her. I tell her my opinions and then she follows me. I'm so great, I am better than her, essentially. And it forms this dialogue where they start to think that you're not on the same level, especially if they're not coming to you for validation. If they're not coming to you, they don't care about your opinions, they've never asked you your opinion, you've always asked them their opinion. They don't see you as par. They see themselves as better than you. And then what does this lead to? I wrote a piece about it, which I would love to share with you. Some people will always bring you down. It's that simple. For some people, your achievements won't matter, your growth won't matter, and the new love in your life that has brought vast happiness in your life won't matter. The only thing that they will remember and remind you of are the weakest moments of your life where you needed them. They will always see you as that person, as someone who needs their support and validation to live a happy, fulfilled life. Some people will point out everything that's wrong with your life and wave it off as care and concern for you, as constructive criticism from someone who wants the best for you. If you have someone like this in your life, then take my advice and remove them. You don't need people who only point out your flaws rather than appreciate the things that make you glow. Even if they don't do it on purpose, even if they don't realize that they're doing it. If you've told them that it makes you uncomfortable and they still haven't changed, then you need to change your environment to one that doesn't have them in mind. Essentially, certain people become so critical of you because their opinion has always decided the way that you live your life, that they start to give you negative feedback. They start to think, oh, you know, this is wrong with your life, this is wrong with you. And because you have always sought external validation from them, this has a very negative impact on your self-worth. This has a very negative impact on your self-esteem. You start to think, what is wrong with my life? Like, why doesn't this person who I value so much think this about me? There must truly be something wrong. Like, you could be so happy and they have pointed something wrong with it and you could start questioning it. This all happens because of this constant need for external validation. I understand that, you know, relationships with other people are so important. Having healthy, good relationships with other people, relying on other people, loving other people, having them rely on you. We are social beings. I completely get it. But it gets to a point where you need to have boundaries in place, where you need to tell people very clearly, this much I accept, but more than that, I'm not okay with. I'm okay with you telling me that you don't think my dress is nice. I need that kind of criticism, you know, to be able to make sure that I wear a nicer dress to go to a party. But I'm not okay with you pointing fingers at my relationship when I am quite happy. I'm not okay with you questioning my dreams when these dreams have fueled me for so long. I'm not okay with you pointing fingers at my family where I love my family and I care about them. You need boundaries in place. To start off with, seeking external validation from other people and then putting it in this jar of self-worth is going to be very, very debilitating for you in the long run. So I don't think you should do that to begin with. However, yes, seeking other people's opinion and using it constructively is good to an extent with healthy boundaries in place. The moment that you're able to, you know, establish these healthy boundaries, the moment that you're able to tell people this much you can say to me, but more than that I will not take, and they are able to take it in a mature manner, that's when you know that you have healthy relationships in place with people. But if people respond to it negatively, if tomorrow you were to tell someone that you have your boundaries and you're not going to accept criticism and negativity from someone that you care about, even if they say it's constructive criticism and they take it negatively and they say to you, I can't believe you think that I would think that of you, I can't believe that you would think that I would say something so negative, something, you know, so mean. If they take it personally, then you need to step away and reevaluate your relationship. Because maybe you have relied on them for external validation for so long that now they feel the need to constantly give it to you and you feel the need to constantly take it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really, really hope that you got something useful out of it. Please, please have boundaries in place. You know, cultivate healthy relationships with people around you. You don't want to lose invaluable people who you love and care about and who love and care about you. I hope that you're able to utilize this in your life. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Please share, and I will see you all next week. Adios.